to the G1 technique of the week for P5 students. Something we have done, not too often, but we've done it a few times, which is dealing with a handgun threat from medium distance. The basically, I want you to demonstrate to me in the video that you understand the 4 levels of principles of defending against a handgun. Okay, please go. So the problem is like this. Basically, first of all, we're dealing with an attacker who is using a semi-automatic pistol. So very important to take all into consideration in the pistol. This is for the release of the clip. This is for the release of the slide. And basically, the attacker needs to press the trigger once, and then the slide will go back all the time. Of course, this is imitation to bring a new bullet in the chamber. The problem is like that, the gun is pointing straight at you. Not very common situation, but good to start practicing the principle. He's not nervous, he's just pointing the gun and asking you for something. Starting like this. What do you want?
No money.
My money again? Okay, here's mine. Go. Still want my money?
Give me your car.
My car? Mm-hmm. Okay, no problem.
Now.
Down! Explaining. This is going to be better from this angle. What I want to see you explain to me and show me is the principles. Principle, of course, like all weapons. This is problem number 1. I have to deal with the weapon with body defense and hand defense. I want to see the L with your hand. Starting from here, this is what happens. Deflecting the line of fire, number 1. These 4 principles are always there. So I'm making body defense, hand defense. I'm just deflecting the line of fire so I don't get shot in the face. Number 2, control the weapons. As soon as I deflect, I'm going to wrap my hand against the gun, so even if the gun is actually firing, this will happen and the gun will jam and not be able to fire again. Very important, the hand defense from here. After I do this, control the weapon will be wrapping my hand, and now look what happens. I'm going to move towards the attacker, shoulder to shoulder. The gun is coming, always with the line of fire away, leverage on the forearm against the stomach or the hip of the attacker. Number 3 is counter, which is done at the same time as these steps, so we'll come back to this. Strong punch to the jaw, immediately going, maybe come close please, immediately going to the hammer, the back of the gun. So now, I have the gun like this, and the gun like this. The last step is to disarm. How do I disarm? I again use leverage by putting this elbow high to break the trigger finger of the attacker. As I do that, look, line of fire is again towards the attacker. Pull it to me, move back, get ready to fight again if the attacker does something. From here I have to take care of the malfunctions of the gun. So I take the gun in my hand, I'm going to do this, tap, rack, put another bullet in the chamber. Keep the gun close to me, order the attacker down, move and scan, of course, control from the hip what's going to happen with the attacker. This is all of the stage, so very important to understand. We're going to have deflect the line of fire, control the weapon. After that, counter attack and disarm. In some further technique, the last 2 will be reverted. So, thank you. Of course, this is going very fast because you're supposed to have done that before. When you're doing it dry, starting from here, imagining the threat, down! This is what I want to see. Step 1 is body defense, hand defense. Deflect the line of fire. Step 2, so 1. I want you like this, the palm is facing towards the in front of you. 1. The hand is already getting ready to counter. 2 will be wrap your hand against the gun, take the step, pin the gun against the body of the attacker, and from here, number 3 will be, don't forget locking the elbow, extremely important. Strong. Number 3, push on the back leg, strong punch, and then come back like this. Look at my hands. This is the way I want to see you in number 3. Number 4, elbow high. Pull. And now, clear the malfunction. 1, 2, down. This is a bit complicated. This is why it's for G1. Now, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, down. So, once you're ready to do this, you want to do it at full speed. It will look something like that. From this position, immediately down. 250 times. This is what I want to see in the last take. Good work. Questions, comments, good luck. Get up.